All right, guys, I want to address something in this video that we get a lot of questions about, and that is our power steering line kits. Now, we do not produce a one-size-fits-all kit. We do not produce a one-size-fits-all power steering line. We have over 64 different power steering line kits for each application. So based on the specific pump you're using, be it an OEM or an aftermarket power steering pump, and the brackets that you use to install the pump, whether they be OEM or aftermarket, you will have a different power steering line kit for each of those pumps and pump placements. If you do not know what pump you have, you will need to send us a picture. Otherwise, you may get a hose that is not quite right for your pump. For instance, as you can see, this is a bottom exit pump. It has a 45-degree fitting that allows the hose to drop down nicely, have a nice air gap between the frame rail, and go directly where it should in the cross member and have a nice air gap on the header runners. Even with these aftermarket brake lines routed under them, there's still a decent air gap there. If you do not know what you have, again, send us a picture, because if you think you have a rear exit pump, we're going to send you a hose that has a 90 on it to come out the back of the pump so that you can drop straight down. But if you actually have a bottom exit and you're trying to put this 90 here, well, it's going to look horrible routed out to the side all weird. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen customer install pictures with a power steering line routed improperly because they didn't know what they had. And I'll go back to the invoice and look, and they'll say, oh, I had a O2 F-body power steering pump, and they actually have a GTO power steering pump. So the hose lengths are different, the hose ends are different in the orientation of whether they're straight or a 45 or a 90. So you really need to know what you have, and if you are unfamiliar or you're just not certain, just send over a picture. We'll be able to tell quickly just by looking at it, and that way you get the right hose and you're able to route it properly.